I visited Morocco, one of Africa's finest countries that has in recent times become a very popular holiday destination for most travelers across the world. This was my first visit to the country, and so I didn't have many expectations. However, I was looking forward to a nice adventure.
Welcome to Marrakech! Welcome to
For the most part of my stay, I was based in the city of Marrakech, also known as the Red City because of the color of its buildings. Tourism is one of the most important sectors of the Moroccan economy, and over the last 10 to 15 years, it has produced a strong tourist industry focused on its coast, culture, and history. And here are some interesting facts I guess you'd like to know about Morocco. Morocco is a country in the north of Africa and the fifth largest African economy by GDP as of 2024. It has a population of approximately 37 million people, with Islam being the predominant religion. At this point, I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel so I can continue to share with you some of the most beautiful, exciting, unique and vibrant places and cultures around the world. Here's how I started my journey to Morocco and the beautiful city of Marrakech. We boarded our flight from the Gatwick Airport in London around 7:30 a.m. GMT. The weather was a bit cold that morning, but the excitement was that I was going to enjoy the sun in Marrakech for a while. The flight was a 3.5 hours journey. We had a smooth flight and touched down in Marrakech around 12:15 p.m. Did the immigration checks, and I must admit the immigration process was seamless. I had already booked for my transport to my hotel on booking.com. The agent was right outside the arrival area, and so I was able to locate him without any difficulty. Alright guys, so I've just arrived at the airport Marrakech Menara. Such a beautiful airport, and I'm seeing a lot of traffic here. It means there's a lot to expect from Marrakech. So stay tuned to the channel. I'm gonna bring you every update from day one till I leave Marrakech. The airport has a regular shuttle bus service that takes passengers to the city center and leaves the airport every 30 minutes. So if you don't want any hassle, you can check their services out. There's also a taxi rank and private transport for those who might want that option. From the airport to my hotel was just about 15 minutes drive. And so I checked in at my hotel, and the first thing I did was to have a look around. It was a 5-star hotel, and so I had great expectations of their facilities and services. And I must say that I was really impressed with everything. The staff were lovely, their morning breakfasts were amazing and super nice, and their facilities were great and well cleaned. I loved their pool, but I never had time to use it. The hotel is in one of the prime locations in the city and was easily accessible. It's a place I would definitely recommend if you are looking for a nice place to stay in Marrakech. I took a brief tour that evening to explore the city, and believe me, it was like every person I saw on the streets of Marrakech looked lively. Were they energized by the sun? Or it was their usual way of life? Well, I guess we'll find out later. The real experience began the next morning when I visited the Koutoubiyya mosque. This mosque is the largest mosque in Marrakech and located in the southwest of Medina quarter of Marrakech and near the Jemaa El-Fnaa Square. It is flanked by large gardens and has a beautiful scenery that attracts every soul that passes by. Alright guys, so we are here in the Koutoubiyya mosque area. I'm told it's a very popular landmark here in Marrakech. And I'm also told it's the oldest mosque in the city. And it looks like it's a converging point for most tourists that visit Marrakech. The mosque was founded in 1147 and rebuilt around 1158. The minaret tower, which is about 77 meters or 253 feet in height, is decorated with varying geometric arc motifs and topped by a spire and metal orbs. The minaret is also considered an important landmark and symbol of Marrakech. During the day, most people are found in the beautiful gardens of the mosque, either to relax or breathe some fresh air. The mosque has a beautiful view at sunset and night that you cannot afford to miss. This is a must-visit landmark when you visit Marrakech. My next stop was the Jemaa El-Fnaa Square. This is a square and marketplace in Marrakech, Medina, and appears to be one of the most visited places in Marrakech. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and known for centuries for its cultural, traditional, and historical activities. The square is also known for its active concentration of both locals and tourists during the day and night to shop and observe performances. And it's always filled with snake charmers, storytellers, traditional musicians, street performance, and exotic food stores. I had the opportunity to view the square from one of the rooftop cafes. It was so amazing to see how the place was full of life and vibrant energies that never died. I then made a stopover in one of their colorful food stalls to have a taste of what they've got. Alright guys, so after running around, I'm here to give myself a proper treat with the Moroccan dish. I've just been given my menu guys. Got a Spanish, French and Moroccan dishes to choose from. So I'm gonna quickly run through and then choose one for myself. Believe me when I say at the heart of the Moroccan people is their culture. I was intrigued to see how the young and old come together in high spirit to showcase their culture. The square begins to come alive when darkness approaches, and at night the ambience is different and has a stunning scene that's relaxing and breathtaking. All in all, the experience of the Jemaa El-Fnaa Square is not one that any witness will ever forget. The Bahia Palace was just a walking distance from the Jemaa El-Fnaa Square, and so I took the opportunity to visit the palace. Alright guys, so we are here in the Bahia Palace in Marrakech, and I'm told it's a 19th century building. The palace is simply a masterpiece that describes the Moroccan craftsmanship. Built in the 19th century under the order of the Grand Vizier Abu Imran Abu Ben Ahmed, and later extended by his son Ba Ahmed, was designed to be the greatest palace of its time to house the vizier, his family, his many wives and concubines. The ceilings are made of carved cedar wood, painted with stunning floral patterns, whilst the walls feature colorful mosaics. As you walk through the Bahia Palace, you'll notice the harmony between the architecture and nature. The main courtyard is a breathtaking space with a white marble floor and decorated archways. During my visit, I realized some parts of the courtyard were being renovated. One of the fascinating parts of the palace is the harem, a secluded section where Ba Ahmed's wives and concubines lived. These rooms were designed with privacy and elegance in mind, featuring beautiful tile work, carved wooden screens and intimate courtyards. It was a space of luxury and seclusion, reserved for the women of the palace. Though the palace was once a place of power and opulence, today it stands as a historical monument, offering visitors a glimpse into the grandeur of Morocco's past. It's also a popular filming location and has been used in movies and television shows, including Lawrence of Arabia and The Man Who Knew Too Much. Visiting the Bahia Palace, it's like stepping into a different time, a world of beauty, elegance, and history. The palace is a must-see when you visit Marrakech. Horse carriage is another beautiful activity worth experiencing when you visit Marrakech. It's an opportunity to tour the vibrant streets, landmarks, and historic monuments in the city. I know one of the things you would love to do when you visit the city of Marrakech is to go on horse riding. So to the locals here, it's a means of transport, alternative to other transport services, but to most tourists here, it's an experience of a lifetime. This is a 1-hour tour in a horse carriage that takes you through the captivating streets of Marrakech. I went on my carriage tour with Yisham, one of the drivers who I found very knowledgeable, and he shared with me interesting stories and facts about the history and culture of Marrakech along the way. If you want to check him out when you visit Marrakech, kindly check his contact number in the description box. And just before I ended my tour for the day, I was lucky enough to come across a tourist who offered to share his Marrakech experience with us. Alright guys, so we've met Salim here. Salim's a tourist here in Marrakech, and we want to find out how his experience has been in Marrakech. Hi Salim.
Hi, how are you doing, friends?
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Alright, thank
how
you.
You doing?
Okay, alright. You want to share with us your experience in Marrakech?
Yeah, I've been here for 7 days now.
Okay.
And atmosphere, obviously the scenery, the weather, the food, the culture is absolutely amazing. It's worth visiting Marrakech, especially the markets here, the Medina.
Okay.
You got the traditional way of living. It's absolutely out of the world.
Oh, I'm impressed to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed to hear that.
And it's really important when you come here that you do experience all the Moroccan way of living. Yeah, let's forget about the tourist side of things.
Yep.
You know, it's if you explore the Moroccan way of living, it's the best way. You'll enjoy a lot.
The culture,
the people
have been amazing. Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
You know,
yeah,
they're very welcoming. I haven't had any issues so far.
Okay.
That I had a bit of a difficulty. Yeah, there's a language barrier there.
Yep.
Where they don't understand, but they do eventually pick it up.
Okay.
But that shouldn't make much difference in here, okay?
Definitely. I mean, you can use signs and gestures, you know,
exactly.
when you're lost.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, Salim. So thanks very much for speaking with us as Stories Through Travel. Yeah.
Prince is the top man.
Thank you.
We've got to support him. We've got to go all the way.
All right.
And Marrakech, Morocco, and Prince.
Thank you, Salim. All right.
Take care, yeah? All the best.
All right. It was time to explore the beautiful landscape in the Agafay desert, which was about an hour journey from Marrakech. I was picked up from my hotel by my tour guide around 1 p.m. to the site. I couldn't believe my eyes, seeing the beautiful landscape made of rock dunes and the incredible mountain views. Wow! I still can't believe I'm somewhere in the desert of Morocco. In the distance were the Atlas Mountains. It felt like a haven of peace where you could discover, feel and experience the tranquility and authentic beauty of nature. Though surreal, it was a place to be. The tour guides were very friendly and funny and always tried to put smiles on your face. I particularly enjoyed the adventures of both the camel and quad rides. Before the private rides, we were given safety tips and instructions to prepare us for the trips. The camel ride lasted for about 30 minutes and was escorted, and I liked the calm nature of the camels. We had our quad ride shortly after the camel trek. Riding through the valleys and hills was the most adventurous experience I had in years, and it was exciting and unforgettable. We made a stopover halfway through and took some amazing photos, and I must say the views at this point were breathtaking. We were treated to a nice dinner and entertainment after the camel and quad rides, and were served with Moroccan tagine and couscous as food options, and either of them was delicious. Viewing the sunset whilst dining in that beautiful environment, to me, was the top of it all. I thought I had seen it all until we were lighted to a fire night with various illuminating performances that will ever stick in memory. On day 3, I took a trip to Agadir, another beautiful city in Morocco. Alright guys, so we are still here in Morocco, and today we are visiting the city of Agadir. It's a 3-hour journey from Marrakech to Agadir, and so we've made a stopover after 2 hours. It's quite a long journey, and so yeah, we needed it. It's a nice place. I think it's a petrol station. It's got a good environment, and it's on the Marrakech-Agadir highway. After nearly 2.5 hours, we arrived at the Croco Park. This is a zoological park located about 30 minutes from Agadir, and it's home to over 300 Nile crocodiles, anacondas, tortoises, and other animals, and has some nice botanical gardens. Alright guys, so we are here in Agadir, and our first point of call is the Croco Park. It has lots of crocodiles and monkeys, so you might as well check it out whenever you visit Agadir. This was a brief stopover, but the highlight for me was seeing crocodiles from that close range for the first time. Our next stop was the Kasbah in Agadir. The Kasbah is a historical landmark that housed the old city of Agadir, much of which was affected by the earthquake that struck the city in 1960. And our second point of call is the Kasbah, and I'm told when you stand here, you can see every part of the city. The cable car is also another spectacular attraction on the Kasbah that you can check out. At this point, I longed for a place to cool down my temperature after that long journey. Unfortunately, there was no other place than the Agadir beach. And so soon I felt like my adventures in Marrakech, Agadir and Morocco were coming to an end. I feel like this has been one of the best trips I've had so far. It's been fun, memorable and adventurous. I hope you're looking forward to the next one. And that's why I want you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share and leave a comment. Until I see you next time, it's bye for now.